What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Ray. We back again with another fucking video. Hey, check it out, gang. Today we coming with the real NBA Youngboy story documentary. I saw a few reaction channel reacting to it. So I was like, you know what? Why don't I, do it myself? Now, NBA Youngboy got a hell of a story. I think that's why people like myself and others, are drawn to him and shit like that. Not drawn to him like in a weird way, but we fuck with him. Now, Youngboy, a lot of drama, a lot of stuff, but the man is a genius, a master when it comes to music, and you can only respect that. So, without further ado, wait one second. Alright, without further ado, let's get into this shit.
It was hard. It was hard for real. We ain't really had much now. I ain't going outside today. Because I take I'm drinking out activate.
Control was born on October 20th, 1999 in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He referred to Baton Rouge as a rare place with a different culture, atmosphere, and crooked police. He grew up without his father in the picture after he was sentenced to 50 plus years. His mother would move away because of this. She sent him to live with his grandparents on 38th and Chippewa Street at a young age with his half-siblings, one of them being his older brother Pierre.
Biologic is my real brother.
When he was 4 years old, he fell off of a bed at his grandparents', breaking his neck. This forced him to wear a halo brace until his spine healed, which would leave permanent scars on his head. Youngboy would stay in Baton Rouge with his grandma, who he says spoiled him whenever she could afford it. When talking of his grandma, he says she's the only woman he's ever really felt love from.
I always stay with my grandma like my grandma took care of me. My grandma gave me anything I want. My grandma made me feel love. And when she died, I ain't never felt that feeling again. Only time I ever feel love is when I walk on stage.
Growing up, he was closest to his older brother Pierre, who would have a lot of responsibility being the oldest of 10 siblings and half-siblings. When Control was 7 years old, he came to Pierre on the porch with a notebook and told him he wanted to be a rapper, being inspired by his biological mom, who used to be a rapper as well.
He started off writing in the composition notebook. We was on the porch. He came to me with this composition notebook, and he was like, this is what he gonna do.
He began writing his first raps over the coming years, but...
Man, that shit crazy, though. That shit crazy. For a second, I just zoned out because I was getting so locked into the story. But that shit crazy because the way he said about to Angela Yee and about his grandma, I already knew that. So but thinking about it right now, when you go watch the DJ Vlad interview, OG3 did with him. That's also PA. Everybody knows that. But to come and be like, yo, I'm never gonna be broke again, and they just came on a porch, and that's how NBA started. Never broke again started. Nigga just said they came on a porch, we're not gonna be broke again, and they put in work for a few years, and then look at where he is right now. That shit crazy though. That shit crazy. That's straight motivation though. That is straight motivation for anybody.
was still a child. And
so love this nigga, hate him, but you can't deny that. Just be like, I want to rap and we're never going to be broke again. That shit crazy. That's crazy.
Didn't take it 100% serious yet. As he and his brother got older, there's no question that the street life would influence them. But it wasn't always that way. In fact, they would try at an early age to make legitimate money by cutting neighbors' lawns for $7 each. This obviously didn't last long, as it simply wasn't enough money to keep them out of trouble.
It's either jail or death, like literally.
They started stealing bikes and car batteries at a young age, eventually leading up to home break-ins. He would eventually drop out of school in the 9th grade and start taking rap more serious. This was around the time his grandmother would pass away from heart failure, leaving Control nowhere to go. Control would move in with his half-brother.
I ain't never what's it called? I ain't never knew how his grandma died. I ain't never know. I didn't know she died of heart failure. Damn. You shit. But when he says like life of the streets is life or death, literally, and then he goes on to say like, you know, I had to steal, breaking in, stealing shit to get money. That shit is that is a like not only a weird, but like just a tough life to live. Like you gotta go rob to like, you know, live and shit. And a lot of us, we think like, oh shit, robbing shit. It's not as easy. That shit is mind blowing, bro. If you actually sit down and think about it, that shit is so mind blowing.
Brother Pierre and Pierre's mother Monique, who would be like a second mom to him, even referring to her as mom. At 12 years old, Pierre and Contrell would be having a conversation about life when Pierre told him not to worry, we're never going to be broke again. This conversation would lead to the beginning of the NBA slogan, starting with just the two of them and then expanding to his cousins and younger brothers as well. Monique, who saw the hard work they had been putting in, would fund their first official studio session and also help them buy a microphone from Walmart. Looking up to other Baton Rouge rappers like Lil Fat, Fredo Bang, and G Money, who was one of his first mentors, he started to craft his style. Wasting no time, Youngboy put his first official song out on YouTube titled For a Reason, and you could see his potential even this early on.
YouTube, the only platform that I could just run to and drop and let you, you know, just get whatever it is, like ASAP.
Pierre, better known as NBA 3, would take the role as manager in all things business. He started printing over 1,000 CDs of Youngboy's music and passing them around Baton Rouge. This gave them their very first but also small fan base. Soon as Youngboy was really starting to consistently make music, he would have his first run-in with the law, putting him in juvie for 6 months for a break-in.
I ain't gonna say it was the best thing that happened to me, but shit, it helped me know my purpose. It helped me know what I want to do.
This motherfucker look like a baby though. Hey, but don't play with that boy though. I swear to God, he had like a baby face at that time, but he still dropped your ass so quick. But the thing I was about to say was like, you know, I don't know why a lot of people hate on this man though. Like I do not get how you hate on this man. And everybody always like, you can see on YouTube there's always somebody clickbaiting shit about Youngboy. There's always like these like reaction channels or no, these channels that, you know, cover like, you know, the whole 4K Trey and TBG shit. And some of them, don't get me wrong, some of them are absolutely dope. They absolutely straight, like they come to like, what's it called? They go straight to the point and they ain't biased. If like, you know, if Youngboy's out of line, they'll be like, yo, he out of line. If the other, what's it called, like Fredo is out of line, then he's out of line. That's straight up. But a lot of people just like hate on this dude and shit like that for no reason. Like, but you can look at this nigga's story and you can like at least get some shit from it. Like, he's come in a place where you've seen death. He's seen death at a like a early age, going to jail. Like, what nigga do you know in your life? Just like, if you think about it, not those ones who come from that life, but they like literally at 16, you seen juvie, you seen jail. What's it called? You being away from your house, being away from your mom and your dad and shit. Like, oh, what's it called? Your mom ain't protecting from shit. You got to do it on your own because in prison you ain't got your mom, you ain't got your dad and shit like that. Or in juvie you don't. They ain't cooking you meals, bro. Like, you eat what you got to eat and you got to hold your own and shit like that. So, like, to come up from that into where he is, making millions of dollars, and man, like his shit made like $3 million in 3 days, and like to come from that, man, you can take so much inspiration from that shit, man. And I don't know why like you choose to hate on somebody than to, you know, actually just fuck with him because and see the good in him.
While in jail, he had time to write raps and work on his lyricism, so he could be ready to drop music on his release. While 3 is promoting the music and doing the groundwork, Youngboy would be released from juvie and drop his first ever mixtape, titled Before the Fame.
Man, you fucking ass,
man. Which was very fitting.
Before Fame was really everything. That was like, it was the breaking point of the whole NBA career, like Never Broke Again itself.
When it came to work ethic, he looked up to rappers like Jeezy and liked how he was known for dropping back-to-back mixtapes. He knew he wanted to do something similar by flooding the streets with music. He spent the next year dropping mixtapes and trying to build a buzz outside his local area of Baton Rouge, dropping Mind of a Menace 1, then 2, and later Before I Go. By now he's gained enough credits to start catching the attention of mainstream artists and a much wider variety of fans, reaching outside his home state. Kevin Gates and Boozy would be some of the first major artists to hop on a song with him and give him his first cosign.
Gates told me, keep working. Boosie, he just told me he could show me some things.
As well as Meek Mill, who is said to have been one of the first people to discover him and give him the name Youngboy early on. In October 2016, he dropped his breakthrough mixtape 38 Baby, which should really be considered an album for how well put together it was. The tracklist included one of his breakthrough songs, 38 Baby, which would later earn him his first gold recording plaque. With the success of this tape, and a little buzz off some rap beefs, it would put his name into a whole new audience of people, gaining him a ton of new fans. Although he was only 17 at the time, his music sounded like it was coming from someone much older because of how raw, spiritual, and emotional it was, which we can trace back to his very real childhood. This would be enough for him to catch.
Man, this shit got me zoned in. I forget that I'm kind of reacting to this shit though. Nah, but I was finna say something. Like at first, you know, like when you see other rappers, you can be like, okay, yeah, they can rap better than Youngboy and shit like that. But one thing that you can't say is like I can't see a rapper who got a work rate like Youngboy. Because when he just said like you wanted to be like what, G-Eazy or something like that, who was dropping back to back mixtapes. He dropped the album Top, and then what? A few months later, a month or two later, dropped some mixtape, dropping singles. I saw on like Instagram he dropped like 51 songs this year. Then you know Nobody Saved came out, what's it called, tape, album collab, whatever, with Rich the Kid and shit. This nigga constantly working. All he do is work and shit. And now if you want to say like, okay, I'm a better rapper, this nigga is again mastering his craft. Like he got a bunch of flows he can do. He can just like he always coming with something different. And there's a lot of rappers who can't do that shit. Like you can be like, oh, these gonna come with Hard Youngboy, then he's gonna come with the, you know, the love songs, and then he'll put the love and what's it called, Stomp You Out, what's it called, and Fuck Your Mama in the same song and shit like that. Like not a lot of the rappers can do that. And now since he got the work ethic and he's mastered his craft like better than a lot of niggas, what you got on this dude? What you got on him?
The attention of multiple major labels, who would soon be calling. He had also officially changed his name to Youngboy Never Broke Again to avoid any issues with the National Basketball League, although he's still considered NBA Youngboy to everyone else. In an interview with XXL in 2016, he stated, "I'm going to be the next new thing that you see in rap. I'm Youngboy." On November 28, 2016, NBA Youngboy was arrested before a show in Austin, Texas. He was booked for 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder and held on a $200,000 bond. Although he was only 17, he could be tried as an adult for attempted murder. He went from the biggest new artist in rap scene to possibly facing life imprisonment. Just as everyone thought he would take a break from dropping music, he ended 2016 with yet 2 more projects, Mind of a Menace 3 and Before I Go Reloaded, which added up to over 6 mixtapes in a 1-year span, something that very few rappers are capable or.
This holiday, save $500 on an ADT customized smart home security system. It's ADT's Cyber Week sales event. Our best.
Man, that shit crazy. That shit crazy. Now, I'm only gonna say this once. This is my opinion. For those who calling this guy a bitch and he's not really like that, I don't get how you can be like, you got an attempted murder like Casey. You gonna tell me you're not really about that? I don't know. That's my opinion. I think this nigga certified. I think if you got a murder case and like 2 counts of attempted murder, I mean, I don't know how you can tell me you're not about that and shit like that. And then you just look at this nigga. You can look at in his eyes and you can be like, he really about what he say. Now I get it. Some rappers exaggerate their shit. It's not every single thing that they say goes down like that. You can say it's a little bit far-fetched, but they some who, like, most of the shit they say, they do. I think he's one of them. But to go back to I made 6 mixtapes in 1 year, and like it's cool. Like you working hard, but you know the funny thing was, he's like he it's so real and they're so received, like they're received so like nicely and well and shit like that. Not a lot of rappers, like you said, can like make six motherfucking six. What the fuck am I saying? 6 mixtapes, yeah. And I said 6 tapes. 6 mixtapes, and they can like do well and shit like that. This nigga different. He's special, and it's just a matter before like he blow the fuck up. Like he gonna be like, he's like one of the people who got like potential to be on Drake's level. No lie, no cap. I cannot lie. He got it.
Or even able to get away with, 2 of them being released from behind bars. This was a scary situation though. If Youngboy was convicted, his career and everything he worked for could potentially end. He would be held until May of 2017 for when he faced his trial. Fortunately, he was released after taking a plea deal, and immediately dropped his single Untouchable, which had a lot of messages hidden inside it. One of them saying, "I'll never jeopardize it again," where we can assume he was talking about his situation. At this point, what more could he have proven at 18 years old? Although that wouldn't be the last time Youngboy would get into trouble, he has not come close to being charged with something this serious since. In 2018, he announced his first studio album, Until Death Call My Name. It featured artists like Future, Birdman, Lil Uzi, and Offset, solidifying his spot in the mainstream. From there forward, Youngboy didn't even come close to stopping. He knew it was his time, dropping back-to-back mixtapes and EPs where he would go platinum in the streets and then platinum on the charts.
I just knew at one point it wasn't no stopping me. You hear me? I knew that this moment was gonna come, nigga, to put me right here with you.
To date, Youngboy has more gold and platinum plaques than you could probably imagine, and he has been consistently the most viewed YouTube artist for over 2 years straight, pulling over 50 million views a week. There's no denying what Youngboy has accomplished is insane. All of this happened while spending a majority of his career either locked up or on house arrest, showing us nothing is.
And this nigga only 21. This nigga only 21. Let that sink in. We haven't even gotten to half of this shit that he's been able to do. He only 21. He only 21. Wow. Man, this shit make you feel like, what the fuck am I doing with my life, bro? Shit.
Is impossible, even at a young age, but it wasn't easy.
Alright, but gang, that's the reaction though. I hope you guys liked it. That was nothing but straight motivation and inspiration from Youngboy, bro. Like, if you wanna hate on him, you can't hate on that though. You gotta respect it, because that's shit. Everything he said, everything he pictured, he did. And shout out to OG3. I didn't give him props in the video, man. Like, he supported his homie and still do to this day, and he's been genuine and real. So you gotta respect that, dude. Shout out to OG3 for that. But that was nothing but straight motivation and inspiration, and whatever you want to talk about, like his drama and shit, his baby moms, whatever, you gotta respect that though. But peace out, gang. Hope you guys liked the reaction. Drop a like, comment, subscribe. Peace out, gang. Word.